Back at Rogers Arena in Vancouver as we continue with After Hours. If you want to stabilize your defense, one of the ways to do it is to sign Ian Cole, and the Canucks did this offseason. I am told that in your negotiations with the Canucks, someone in senior management, I'm guessing it was either Patrick Elvine or Jim Rutherford, said, "We are tired of losing." What did that have to do with you signing here?
A lot. I mean, for me, at 34 years old, I want to win. This isn't something that, I want to, coast off into the sunset. So with how motivated this team and how motivated that those two fellas are to put together a product on the ice that can win and win consistently over the course of a season and hopefully into the postseason was very alluring for me to come here.
You have played on 9 straight playoff teams, not to get too far ahead of ourselves, but with this start, it looks like you could push that streak to 10. Mm-hmm. Dave?
For the teams that you've been on that have done very well, gone through in the playoffs, the ultimate goal, everything else, has there been something throughout the season, maybe earlier, that is the thread that kind of binds a team like that? And do you see it in this team here? How does it come to you knowing we've got a team, we've got a shot?
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, I think there are a lot of there's a lot of aspects to that, right? And I think that we have a great coaching staff here, and they kind of lay that foundation for us, and they help a lot. But I think a little adversity is a really good thing to help kind of cement your game. And as of this year, things have gone very well. Are we hitting that first stretch of adversity right now? I don't know. Maybe we are, maybe we aren't. But, good teams are able to take that adversity, learn from it, grow from it, and flip that and move on. And hopefully we can do that.
Your coach has said that you guys, he's noticed early, you self-correct. Is that a part of what you're getting at?
I think so. I mean, I think that we want to be a team that's mature enough to take a look at our game and say, hey, like, this part wasn't good enough. This aspect wasn't good enough. This, special team, whatever, PK, power play, whatever, wasn't good enough. And we need to fix that. And undoubtedly there'll be something else that slips as we go. But I think the ability to take a step back, look at it objectively and say, hey, we need to fix this, and then do that will take us a long way.
One of the things you bring to the game, big hits. Dave?
Yeah, we had a conversation. I was tracking your hit totals, and you're getting close to 1,000 hits. And then the next game, you do this. I mean, you got the jump on Duchesne there, actually knocked him out of the game, and the next one too. But followed up with a hit in Toronto. Everybody in Canada would have seen this one, and of course the fight that happens afterwards. Just talk about the timing of coming into a hit like that, and how you need to be able to pull it off.
Yeah, I mean, I've had plenty of times where I almost missed guys or didn't get clean contact, and a lot of it is setting that route, getting to where you need to get to early. And then if the guy sees you, maybe he'll bail, and you don't really, it doesn't really kind of come together, literally and figuratively, I guess. But in these two particular cases, they kind of went right into me, which was nice. I don't know if they didn't see me or what, so it kind of worked out well.
When goal scorers score a goal, they just are like, yes. When you make a big hit like that, do you get back to the bench and go, I'm pretty good.
What? When you have a real clean hit like that, clean, not necessarily like in dirty or clean, but just clean, like pure, you don't even feel it. It's kind of a really nice feeling. You just go right through the guy. You don't even feel the hit. So yeah, it's nice.
Ian, you have worn number 28 or wore number 28 your whole career, and you were planning on wearing it here in Vancouver, and I'll let you finish the story.
Yeah, I was, they called and asked what number I wanted. I said 28, like I've had my whole career. And, obviously that was, it came to my knowledge that was Luc Bourdon's number. Obviously, I know the name. I obviously know the story. And I play with Chris Letang, who was, one of Luc's best friends, has a tattoo dedicated to him. And so, when it came to my attention, I think there was only one real avenue to go down, and that was switch numbers, and to honor his legacy and honor the player that he was. So 82's been working out well, so we'll ride with that.
Luc Bourdon from Shippagan, New Brunswick, a world junior star for Canada, was on the cusp of becoming a full-time NHL player when his life was cut tragically short in a motorcycle accident in northern New Brunswick in 2008. And you obviously didn't know him personally, but as soon as you figured out what his place in Canuck history was, you made a decision that obviously took no time whatsoever. Okay, you were a skilled and high-scoring defenseman in college, and the Blues took you in the first round before you played 3 seasons at Notre Dame, where you put up numbers. Then when you get to St. Louis, the first thing you hear is, don't you worry about numbers anymore. You're now a defensive, stay-at-home defenseman. Dave.
What's that like when you think that you're forging a path as the guy who's going to be on the power play and make all the good plays, and they're like, no, don't touch the puck that much, make the smart play, and just make sure you're better on the other end.
Yeah. No, it's, I came out of Notre Dame and, was on the first power play and, tried to skate the puck out of my end every time I touched it. And, I got to the NHL and Ken Hitchcock, so maybe not so eloquently, told me to basically just stop doing all that and never turn the puck over, and that's all I had to worry about. So, I think in today's NHL, as a defenseman, you need to be able to do everything, right? You need to be able to play defense. You also need to be able to have a little skill and break the puck out. And I'm not going to do what Quinn Hughes does. I'm not going to do what Phil Hronik does. But there needs to be a certain level of skill to make skillful plays on the ice, right? So while, I'm obviously not in the power play, I'm not going end to end, there still needs to be a level of skill. And I think I have that level of skill to make those plays. I would call it like small skill, just little touches here and there. But, getting out of a end is key. And to do that, you need to have a little skill, a little awareness, and some hockey sense, and, also be able to take a hit. So hopefully I can do both of those things.
Okay. Our next topic is your teeth. Growing up in Ann Arbor, Michigan, they were perfect, perfectly straight, no cavities, and you worshiped them to the extent that you actually looked forward to cleanings. Why?
Well, my dad's a dentist, ironically enough.
I would like to say that I did the research on that myself.
Yeah,
but
you nailed it.
It comes from a story that Mike Russo wrote in The Athletic about you. So your father, Doug's a dentist. Connie's your mother. Here's a picture of you with your family. Actually, there's a picture of you with hockey teeth.
Not a great look,
yeah,
I'll be honest.
And we've also got a picture of you with your family when you took the cup back to Notre Dame.
Yep.
So your father, Dr. Cole, who was so proud of your perfect teeth as you were, will never forget October 7th, 2017. What happened on that day?
I try to block it out as best I can, Scott, to be honest. Thanks for bringing it up. But yeah, Roman Josi so kindly teed one up right in my mouth. So didn't even get the benefit of a deflection to take some speed off it. So
yeah.
Well, the worst part is
you can see them kind of flying there too.
There's the one.
That 1, 2, 3. There they are.
And the worst part about this, not that isn't the worst part, but the other level of it is, and one of the shots we'll see, your mouth guard is there. Right?
Oh, yeah.
And so you tell everyone wear your mouth guard, and yet still, when it comes in the right spot, you're losing your chiclets.
When Chris Rooney went over to pick it up, there were 4 teeth in it. So not to make light of this, because you required surgery on your jawbone, and now, as we say, you've got the hockey look. Where is the flapper that your father made for you?
A couple of years ago, I left it on the plane, and they threw it away, and I've just kind of said, screw it, and
okay,
just rocked the no teeth look.
All right, now we get to when you played in Carolina. Lorelei's father reached out to you. Tell us the story of how you were able to comfort a young girl with autism.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think that Lorelei, sweet girl, has a tough time with change with the autism, and started losing her teeth, as kids tend to do, and just reached out and had the opportunity to meet her in the locker room before game, just kind of sit down, hang out with her. She pulled in this picture, she pulled all of her stuffed animals she had. She had about 20 of them in her backpack, and very, very sweet girl. Really nice to meet her. It just brings some awareness to the autism, which I know that we as a team really care about here, which I think is fantastic.
Yeah, the Canucks Autism Network, and as you have said, change is upsetting for children with autism, so who knew that your toothless grin would one day become so important? Here is a question from Priyar. Does Ian dare to block Philip Hronik's shots in practice that are clocked at 107.9 miles per hour?
Absolutely not. Yeah. I'm a big fan of, in practice, doing everything as I would do it in a game, and like right before I get to the shot lane, bail as hard as yes. I'm out of here. See ya.
Actually, that was later downgraded to 100.39, I think, but still a bullet.
I would say 108 was like that's...
Yeah. That would have been the hardest ever in a game.
I think that's a technology failure.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
But it was a goal nonetheless.
It was a great shot.
Yeah.
Your mother, Connie, was quoted as saying that it would be nice if Ian could play college hockey, but we never thought we had Wayne Gretzky in the house. And no Wayne Gretzky, obviously, but you are in your 12th year of professional hockey, and you were able to reward a promise to honor a promise to your mother, Connie, by completing your education. How did you do it?
Actually, I the conversation was like, hey, you know, if you want to leave college, that's fine. You can do that, but we want you to promise that you go back and get your degree. So, you know, I set myself up well. I stayed for my junior season, left after that, but I finished all my requirements for my degree in those 3 years. So at that point, it was just go back, take the electives in the summer to get to that credit threshold. And that made it a little bit easier. And, you know, all my buddies back home, the DHB fellas, they, you know, they were to give me crap if I was a college dropout. So I couldn't let them hold
Show
that.
them the certificate.
They already gave me enough crap anyways. So
So you completed your degree in psychology. I guess the question is, does that degree come in handy in hockey?
extremely. Dealing with the coaches all the time. You know?
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right, Ian, want to thank you for your time tonight on After Hours.
Yep. Scott, thanks so much.
Glad you were here.
Dave, thanks.
Thanks, Ian.
Yep.
Ian Cole, who has bolstered the Canucks defense, was our guest on After Hours.